Welcome. Today I am going to take you through a crown braid. So a crown braid is a braid that runs the whole perimeter of the head. Once again, you can do this as a French or a Dutch braid, or even a fishtail braid if you wished. So today I'm going to do it as a reverse or Dutch braid because I like the look of that. It gives a really nice kind of poof around the hairline with what looks like a plait sitting just behind it. So I'm going to run it like that. To start this, you need to start just behind the head. So I just start behind the ear here, section this piece off, just so that hair gets out of the way. And I'm going to take a section of hair just from low on the head. 3 sections, and just like a normal braid, just with a different positioning for a start. So folding each piece under because I'm doing a Dutch braid. So each piece goes under and into the middle. The braid will be smaller in your starting point and gets thicker as you go round, as you add in more hair. That's why starting behind the ear is a good point, so it's nice and thick as it comes across the front. These are often done really loose for Grecian looks, or you can do them quite tight as well, depending on what you want to do. I'm just loosening this off as I go so it's not too flat over the crown. So just grabbing hair from the top, add that into my side section, bring it under, and as I do that I'm just checking that volume, loosen it off a bit. I'm going to go a bit of a Grecian feel with this. Section from the underneath and back to the top. And just work your way around. Just look at where you're grabbing the hair from at the top and make sure that you're getting a nice even shape in there, that the hair's not pulled too far over. It gets easier with practice. So I'm just taking a narrower section here. I'm not taking it all the way to the top. I don't want to grab all this hair because I need that to braid. So just grabbing a small section from here. So if you try and stand where you want the braid to go, or you're basically leading the braid into the correct position, that also makes it a lot easier. So just a little bit from the top here. So just being very aware of how this is sitting. Give a bit of volume in there so it looks pretty. grabbing hair from this front section, which I left out. For my one, I want a little bump in the hair at the front, so I want it to sit, the braid to sit back a little bit off the hairline. If you want it to sit right on the hairline so the plait comes across here, then you need to bring your hands right forward, so that's where your plait will end up. Okay, so just working, so I'm always working with the braid coming towards myself. Okay, so I'm just going to take this sectioning clip out now so I can grab that hair as I need it. And I want a little poof in the front, so I'm just making sure that when I hold my hands down, I've got a little bit of volume there. An easy way to make sure it's looser is holding your hands up off the scalp. So I'm holding it off the scalp by about 1 inch, which will give me a nice little softness to the hair. This is really a braid for all ages. I think it's something that everyone can enjoy, from the little ones right through to the big ones. So still grabbing from both sides, just doing my reverse, getting down near the end now. Okay, so once you've grabbed your last bit of hair, just wrap each bit over just once and just check the way the hair's sitting. If you need to loosen it off, you really want to do it at this point. It's going to be a lot easier than once you've secured it. So I'm pretty happy with the way that's sitting. I'm going to plait it to the end, and then I'm just going to loosen that off so I get a fatter braid in the top. But I'm happy with the amount of fullness that I've got running through the top there. So when I'm still working braids, I always just back comb the ends of the braid. That is a lot easier than just putting a hair tie in, and it allows the hair strands to be worked up so you can loosen the hair off. So just a little bit of back combing like that secures it, stops it from coming out, and now I can just work that volume up just by loosening these off. And you can make that as loose as you like. Do little pins if you need to. So if you want it loose and it bounces back, you can just do a little pin through the center of the braid. So you can't see it. It's hidden by the rest of the braid, just to help stop that hair from completely loosening off again. I'm just going to do a few of those. It also holds the braid closer to the scalp, so it gives you a nice little poof. So I'm getting to those ends. You can see how the back combing is really handy because it's allowed me to loosen that right off. And then you can just wrap that round so it comes to meet the original braid. Grab a smaller bobby pin. This is actually a large one, but you can grab a smaller one just grab those ends and just fold it under, and then just tuck it that way. It disappears into the braid and you shouldn't really see too much of it. You can just hide it like that. And just one more and we're done. So just a quick check to make sure all the volume and the style looks nice. These kind of Grecian look really cute when they've got a few little fluffy bits. You can poke flowers in to look really sweet. And there you have a headband braid or a crown braid. Thank you.